One thing I found strange in the play was why Egion waited so long to seek out the rest of his family, because if he had looked for them sooner, they would have been easier to find because he would have had fresher memories of them, so they would be easier to describe to other people, and that way he would probably run into someone who knew their whereabouts. One of the priorities in this world is the need to dispense with justice. The Duke condemns Egion and is quick to sentence him to death in the beginning, and then states that a past sentence may not be recalled. However, he still gives him the time to make the money needed to spare his life, and even forgives him in the end when Egion is reunited with his family. Justice was also dispensed quickly when they believed that Antipholus E didn't pay the goldsmith for the chain. Another concern in this play was loyalty. Adriana remained loyal to who she thought was her husband, even though he cheated on her and he didn't really treat her well. Meanwhile, since Antipholus believed that Adriana was cheating on him, he decides to cheat on her with Bianca to spite her, so he wasn't very loyal. Luciana was extremely loyal to her sister Adriana, refusing Antipholus when he flirted with her. Something I didn't understand was why Antipholus took Bianca's ring and offered her the gold chain in exchange, but after researching, I realized he did it to make his wife jealous because he thought she was cheating on her. In the play, women are inferior to men, as evident by how Adriana doesn't eat until Antipholus comes and is crying because he didn't come when she called him. Women are also supposed to be subservient to men because when Adriana asks why the liberty of men is more than that of women, Luciana replies, it is because the business of men lies out, and that she will practice to obey before she gets married. Another example is how Emilia had her son taken away from her but was unable to do anything about it because of how powerless she was in the society. And then also the fact that she became an abbess is also evident of the misogyny at the time, because women only had two options: either get married to somebody or become a nun. And so since Emilia was separated from her husband, the only choice she had was to become a nun. These depictions suggest that the play promoted misogyny and that it conveyed to women that they should obey their husbands and that men have the right to cheat on them and do whatever they want to them. The casting probably affected Shakespeare's audience by further cementing the gender roles portrayed in the play, as men even did the jobs that would have been better suited for a woman. One question I have is, why do you think Egion waited so long to find his family? And another question I have is, how come when the Dromios met each other in the middle of the play, when Dromio S was guarding Adriana, that they didn't realize that they were identical and figure out that, hey, something's up?